Hi guys, the lady here again. Right, this is a bit of a different one. Just after Christmas every year, me and Ian, every month when we get paid, we'll put so much away. And half of it is for Christmas food, half of it is for presents, or, you know, whatever percentage it is. So, normally we have a turkey, but if you've watched a couple of videos ago, I've got the stuffed turkey thigh, and we said we're going to get a nice bit of beef. Now I've heard a lot online and stuff like that about ex-dairy cow, so I had a look online, and before I committed to a big joint, which is expensive, and I mean properly expensive, I thought, right, I want to taste it first and just to see what it's like. So what I've done is I've bought some steaks, just 2 steaks, still very expensive. It was £30 for 2 steaks, which I've never spent that, even in a restaurant, I've never spent that in my entire life. But I'm going to do steak and chips tonight, so I'll bring you down and I'll show you what it is that we've got. Right, so here are the steaks. It's from Thomas Joseph Butchery, ex-dairy sirloin steaks. Like I say, this was £30 for 2 steaks, which, like I say, blows my mind. And I want to do these. I'm going to take them out of here and obviously drain them because there's a lot of blood in there. And I didn't expect that with it being dried aged, not as much as what that actually is. I've had them out of the fridge for about 30 minutes just to bring them up to room temperature. They cook a lot better, but like that. So what I'm going to do is I've parboiled some chips, which I'm going to do in beef dripping in the air fryer. I have some, get it right, Manda. Got some British mini San Marzano potato tomatoes. They're from Lidl's. They were on offer today, so I've gotten them. Also from Lidl's, I've got some large flat mushrooms, which I'm going to do some garlic butter. So I've got some butter, some garlic and some parsley for that. And to finish off the steak, I've got a couple of cloves of garlic and I've got some rosemary there as well as some butter as well. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to get this out of the packet and get this dried off. You want it as dry as possible before you start cooking it. Right, so let's have a look at these ones. I'm going to cut it there so I don't get blood everywhere. Oh, it's gone on the floor. I'm just going to pop that there for a second and get some kitchen roll. Tongs. Tell you what, it looks aged, and actually now that I've taken it out of the vacuum, they are thicker than what I thought they were going to be. Maybe I was just a little bit too hasty. We'll get some more kitchen roll. And pop that on the top and let's dry these out. Don't forget the edges as well and the fat, because when I put it in the pan, I'm going to put the fat down first. Oh, it's just come off there. Is that a cook's treat, do you think? It has got lovely marbling, I must admit. When you look at it, I'm sorry, I can't really see all of it, can you? When you look at all of it, the meat is darker. And it has got some lovely marbling through there. Just gonna have a sniff. Actually, it smells gorgeous. Right, So I'm just going to transfer that to a plate, get rid of that, and I'm going to do my garlic butter for my mushrooms first. Right, so I've chopped up some parsley and I've got some butter here. I've had it out the fridge for about 30 minutes. I don't know whether it's properly soft, but it's a lot softer than what it was. So I'm just going to pop that in there. The rest of that's going to go for the steak. And I'm just going to... yeah, that's all right. We can deal with that. Got a couple of cloves of garlic there. I'm just going to pop them through. Pretty small cloves. Back of the knife so you don't blunt it. Still got a bit of butter on there actually. I'm only going to do 2 of these mushrooms. So you don't need a huge amount. And pop the parsley in there. And then just work it together. Still a little bit hard, but the more you work it, the better it'll be. Right, I'm just going to work this off and I'll come back. Right, so I'm just going to use 2 of these. Oh. Now the thing is with these ones, I never peel button mushrooms or anything like that. But I do like to peel these big flat mushrooms. Just get a hold of the edge, just go around like that. I'll leave the stalk in because it's got a lot of flavour. There you go. It's as easy as that. I'm just going to do the other one. Right, and the other thing I like to do with these, sorry, they're both done now, as you can see, is to take just a little bit of these gills out. They just make everything turn black. Just use a spoon, scoop them out a little bit. Don't have to get them all. Just makes it a bit more of a pleasant eat. I think that'll do me. And the next one. Here we go. That's perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the top basket in the Kasori Jewel. Like I say, I'm only doing 2, so I'm just going to pop some of this garlic butter in here. Oh. Pop that in there. Use the rest of that, get rid of that fork. The next one. And that's those in there. Right, so I'm going to carry on and get the next thing ready. Right, so that's them 2 done. The next thing I'm going to do is put some of these vine tomatoes on. Get these all ready. And I'm literally just going to use that between the 2 away. So now it's time for a bit of salt. Got a bit lumpy. I don't know, it's humid or something in here. Just a little bit of salt just over them. bit of black pepper. Lovely. So that can go in there now. So I now have this one, which I'm going to put some dripping in for the chips. So we've got a knife. I've got the dripping. These will probably take about 20 minutes. However, the steaks are going to be needing to cook and to rest. I'm going to put that in there. Little bits and pieces. Seems like a lot, but you know, you want it to taste like it. I'm obsessed by this beef dripping. I've not had it like this one for years. I've getting the jars, but this seems so much nicer than the jars that I've getting. So I'm going to put this on to warm up before I put my chips in. Right, so that's the beef dripping all melted. And I've got my parboiled chips. I'm just going to be careful putting that in because, as you can hear, that's nice and hot. Just going to turn them over in that beef dripping. Oh, it smells amazing. Right, get them back in. Probably for about 15 minutes. So we'll get the pan heated up for our steaks. Right, so on to the steaks. So I've got some vegetable oil, which is a high temperature oil, and I'm just going to pop a little bit on either side. With some salt. I'm actually not going to pepper it right now because the peppers can burn at the high heat, but I will pepper it halfway through when I'm turning it over. A little bit more on the other side. There we go. I am going to hold it up on the fat end first. Some more salt. Right, let's get over to the hob and we'll start this now. Right, so it's going in. Should be hot. Yes. Put the other one in first, and then I'm going to turn him onto the fat side. I want some of that fat to render out. So I'm going to give them a few minutes on the fat side first. Right, so I've had it on the skin side for a while. Look at that, and look at all that beef dripping. I'm not going to waste that. I've got a little tub here. Oh, not strong enough. 2 seconds. I'm just going to put that over there a second. Use both hands. All that beef dripping out of there. And then I'm going to do it a couple of minutes each side. Pop that little bit in. That fell off. Oh, actually it smells incredible. I have to say, right now, it smells incredible. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes on this side, turn it over and give it another minute. Me and Ian like our steaks pretty rare, but cook it for 3-4 minutes on each side if you like it more well done. Sorry, I know it's noisy, but does that not just look incredible? Right, let's have a few minutes on the other side as well. Now it's time for the butter. Bit of garlic in there, bit of rosemary in there. Sorry, it's so loud. I'm just going to baste it. Oh. Don't forget them little bits. Oh, I wish you could smell it in here, Nine. I must admit, I really do. I'd say that's about medium rare. So now I'm going to put some pepper on this side. Turn them over. Oh. I'm going to baste this side. Oh. Bit more pepper. And a bit more basting. Right, I'm going to turn that off and I'm going to pop this onto that plate to rest. And I'm just going to finish off the rest, the sides as it were, the chips, the mushrooms and the tomatoes. That actually does smell absolutely incredible. Right, so everything is ready. Got our chips here, which look amazing. I'm just going to put them in here just to get rid of the excess fat. I'm going to put them to one side for a second. Get a bit of salt on there. Give them a bit of a toss. Oh, you can hear how crispy them are. Alright, so what we got here, we've got, look at the juice coming out of that. That won't be wasted, by the way. So I've got Ian's steak there, which is nice and rested. We have a garlic mushroom. Just gonna snip that in half, and Ian can have those ones. But I really want Ian to. Ian is a steak connoisseur, so I really want him to taste this. If it's not great, then he'll be the one to tell you. And if it is great, then that's what we're having for Christmas dinner. Never do it any other year, any other day of the year. However, Christmas, I think, it has to be done. And what I'm going to do is, these juices, look at all that. Just straight over there. And you know what, I'm even going to put some over on these chips. Right. So, I'm going to call Ian and it's time to have a taste.
Right, looking forward to this one. Expensive steak, so let's just see where we're at. So I'm gonna get this little bit at the end here. Do you think, or should I chop that up a bit?
It's up to you. Every time you would normally eat it, that's what I would rather you do.
Well, that's nicely cooked. Nice and juicy, the juice is running off there. Let's have a go.
Can you taste the difference?
You can taste the difference. I'm just going to get a piece off the main bit here. That beef flavour is very, very...
The house stinks of beef. Well, it doesn't
intensified.
Stink.
It's an intensified beef taste. And you normally get a steak, and obviously it's beefy, but that, and it's lovely. It's got a lovely mouthfeel to it as well.
£15 a steak?
I would say every once in a while that is worth it.
Probably
Most
once
definitely.
a day.
I wouldn't get it all the time.
Oh, obviously, we couldn't afford to get it all the time.
But that, I'm just going to try a bit with a farm. Because you know me, I like the fatty bits as well. That is really nice.
So is it like steak on steroids?
Most definitely. You can taste it really, really well. It's a stronger flavour. Not overpowering, but a stronger flavour. Very, very beefy. So I'm going to try one of these chips with it. I know these are going to be good. And they are. That's the same as what I did my
Little square potatoes. I did
potato
exactly the same as what you did, because we couldn't stop munching them.
Lovely, that beef dripping. Garlic mushroom. Let's have a little bang on that. That's luscious as well. Really, really nice. Lovely garlicky. I do like garlic mushrooms. Lovely. Tomatoes are lovely and soft.
See, I wouldn't eat them tomatoes raw, but I love them like that.
Van tomatoes are lovely. That steak though. You can definitely tell the difference from a bog standard one that you buy at say Aldi's or Lidl's, most definitely, but you're paying
Well, we were going to do a comparison.
2.5 times the price, whatever.
We were going to do a comparison between this one. But then I just thought that was just a waste of money.
Yeah.
So we decided that we weren't going to do that. We were just going to eat that.
We're going to do one side by side and just buy one steak and have one normal steak that we normally have. But then we thought I know the difference. We know the difference between the taste, don't we? Mm-hmm. So, but that's definitely worth it. I would say that is worth it. It's expensive, but I would say that's definitely worth it. But the one thing you've got to do is cook it right, and that's cooked right, not overdone. Mind you, some people like it overdone, but
yeah,
not for me. So, anyway, yes, we shall leave that one there.
Thank you.
If you can afford to get that, just maybe once, like we have.
Just once a year.
Try it. It's really nice. Dairy
Ex-dairy cow.
Ex-dairy cow, isn't it?
So what it is they give their milk for 10 years.
Yeah.
Then once they stop producing milk, they go out into the pastures for 6 months to develop their flavour. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to see what difference that would be.
Yeah. There's definitely a difference. Taste, flavour, everything. And it's a nice thick steak. Mm-hmm. Nice fat marbling through it. And a nice bit of fat on the end. If you don't like the fat, then, chop it off. But I will eat the full lot. Right, so anyway, thank you very much for watching. It's much appreciated. Thanks for all your comments and all your lovely recipe ideas. As always, keep them all coming. If you can, hit the hype button, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, do so if you wouldn't mind. It would really help us. So anyway, we will catch you guys on the next one.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.